Hey, how's it going? So for today's video, I wanted to start working on Wreck This Journal. It looks really fun and I want to just draw because I feel like I'm not very good at it. So I want to try and get out of my comfort zone a little bit and start doing more drawing on this channel. So we're going to start off by doing this book. So I'm going to open it up and it's got, the copyright page and warning and stuff. And the very first page is just a little thing you fill out with your name and stuff. So, the first thing is this book belongs to Joe, because I'm Joe. And then it has you write your name in white, so I'll do that. Then write your name illegibly. It's kind of hard to write Joe illegibly, but I tried. And then write really tiny. And then write backwards. And I had to decide if I wanted to do the J backwards or forwards and just have the word backwards. But anyways, I decided to do it backwards. And then it says write very faintly. And here's where I realized that I made a mistake and I was supposed to be writing the line above. I just got confused because of the first one. You were supposed to write next to it instead of below it. So that's why the space is so big for writing faintly. I did it wrong and I didn't want to fix it, so we're just gonna work with it. So instead of writing really big, I just wrote the letters really thick, so I think that counts, right? And then it has you put your address and phone number and stuff, but I'm not gonna do that because I don't want random people calling me or going to my house. So we're just gonna skip that part. And then we have the instruction page here, which says carry this with you everywhere you go. Follow the instructions on every page. Order is not important. Instructions are open to interpretation. Experiment and work against your better judgment, which will be kind of hard for me, but I'm gonna try and get out of my comfort zone, like I said earlier. So on this page we have the materials, which there's some fun, things written on here. Some honorable mentions are saliva, of course, plant life, sticky things, grass, detergent, emotions, fears, time, all those fun things. And then the page next to the material says to number all the pages, starting right here, and it's got that arrow pointing to the corner. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and we're going to skip through it, because it's not very interesting to watch me number all the pages, but this, kind of gives you a sneak peek as to what's in the book. Although, this was a pretty popular series a little while ago, so a lot of you might already know, but I thought, it looks like a lot of fun and I've always wanted to do it, so even though it's not a popular thing to do now, I thought I'd do it anyways. I use a green pen for the numbers on the pages. I don't think I said that earlier, but I use it because it's metallic so you can see it on the black pages too. Now the next thing I want to do is crack the spine of the book so that it's easier to open the page and stuff. So I marked it with this random clip thing that I found from a package, and then I just kind of folded it in half to crack the spine. And then I did that in a few other places just to make sure it was easy to open. I know I'm kind of moving all over the place here, but that's okay. But I'm gonna decorate the numbers page now. So I started off by just writing a whole bunch of numbers all over the page. I wrote them closer together at the top, and then as it goes down, I'm gonna kind of spread them out, so it's a little more interesting than just having a whole bunch of numbers in the background. I plan on decorating every page in the book. I don't want to leave any page blank, no matter what the page is, so. After I finished writing all the numbers and I was happy with how that looked, I just took my pastel pencils and then colored in with random colors just all over. As time went on, the splotches kind of got bigger. I think I was getting kind of bored, but it kind of goes with the tightness of the numbers at the top and them getting spread out as it goes on. And after I was done coloring all those in, I just used my finger to kind of blend the colors together a little bit since it's pastel pencils, so it can blend. And after I was done with that, I just covered it with Mod Podge, and here's the finished page. I use Mod Podge to protect it so that it's not gonna rub off and stuff. The next page I want to color is the one that says to crack the spine, because that's the next thing I did. So for this one, I wanted to do like a stream of lava, like the ground cracked and then there's lava underneath it. So I just kind of sketched it out. I don't know why I used an orange pencil to start with, but you know, that's what I did. After I sketched out with the orange, then I went in with black because the ground's going to be a darker color. And I added these little, you know, streams coming off of the bigger one as well. After I got that outlined in black, I drew some more cracks throughout the ground. And then I wanted to start working on the lava, so I just started off by filling the whole thing in with yellow. And then my cat Lion decided to join in for a bit there. Then I took a lighter orange and just kind of scribbled it on there, leaving spaces where you could still see the yellow coming through. Then I took an even darker orange and just went over that again, because you couldn't really see that it was there. And as I went on, I, did more blending and stuff to make it not as obvious, like those yellow spots not stand out as much, and I made it darker at the bottom, so that it kind of had a gradient going through and make it a little more interesting. Then I took my yellow and kind of went over it again just to blend it some more. And then after I was done with that, I started working on the cracked ground. And I started by just taking a black and blending it out from the edges. And then I took a lighter brown, put it in the middle. And then a darker brown and went over all of that again, so it blended nicely. And it's kind of hard to see with this camera angle because of how the light was shining off of the colored pencil, but it gave it like a more blended look, so it wasn't just a straight color. And then after doing a couple that way, I streamlined it and just did a whole bunch at once so it wouldn't take as long. But I thought that it was a pretty cool effect. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up doing that. I was kind of nervous to do this page because I wasn't sure how I was gonna draw lava, but I like how it turned out. I think the lava looks pretty okay for not really looking at any reference pictures or anything, Like, it probably could have been better, but like I said, I'm just trying to get over my fear of drawing on camera. I know I've done it a couple times now, but it's still something I'm nervous about and worried that people aren't gonna like because I don't feel like I'm very good at drawing. I feel more comfortable sculpting and doing more three-dimensional art stuff. So what's your favorite type of art to do? Do you prefer to do more three-dimensional stuff or do you prefer drawing? Let me know in the comments down below. After I finished drawing in all the ground, I wanted to add some shiny spots to the lava. I definitely did way too many here, but now I know for the future that looks weird and I shouldn't do that. And then I just wanted to emphasize the cracks in the ground, so I just took my white gel pen and kind of went over really choppily over all the lines and stuff. And then that was the end of that page. Then on to the next one. It says to leave it blank, but I didn't want to. So like I said earlier, I want to make sure I customize every page. So I took these stickers that my parents lovingly bought me and just put all these little butterflies and ladybugs and frogs and stuff all over the page. There's a mushroom at the bottom and I used my X-Acto knife to cut it off. And yeah. After I was done with that, I took my Mod Podge again to protect the page and just smeared it all over both of the pages, making sure to do an even coat and making sure to not leave any brush marks, which is why I'm using the spongy things so the brush marks aren't as noticeable. And then on to our last page for today. I'm just going to decorate the materials page because it's next to the numbers one. I just kind of drew some of the materials that are listed there, and now I'm tracing them with my Micron pen. And after I traced them, I just colored them in. You may have noticed earlier that when my head peeked in, I had brown hair, and now I have green hair. I dyed my hair in the middle of filming this, so for the next couple videos it might switch back and forth, but that's why my hair is green now instead of brown. So, in case you were wondering, that's what that's about. It'll be interesting to see like how many of these materials I actually end up using, but we'll see. So after I colored in the things that I had drawn, I just colored in the word materials in green, and then I traced over all the materials listed with a purple pen just to make them more interesting. And that was it for that page, so I just covered them in Mod Podge and then I was done. So here's those two pages finished together. I like how they look together and I think they both turned out really nice. And then here are the other two pages I did today, the one with the lava, the crack the spine one, and then the leave this page blank. It's really shiny because of the Mod Podge, so I probably should have filmed it first, but you know, I'll just lift it up so you guys can see it better. But yeah, that was it for this video. I'm gonna have to do a lot of videos for this one. It's gonna be a really big project, but I'm excited to finish it. And I hope that you guys enjoy watching the process and me filling out this whole book. So next week's video will be another Wreck This Journal, but after that it will be something different. So I hope you stick around to see that one next week. If you would like to, you could subscribe and turn on post notifications so that when I post the next video, you'll get notified and you can watch it. I'd really appreciate it. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.